If you've been here for a while, you do know that Christmas is my favorite time of year. And as we have done for several years in the past, my friends and I are once again bringing you a Christmas in July collaboration. And as always, I will have the link to the playlist for everyone's videos so you can check out what they created for this year's Christmas in July. I truly enjoy decorating my home for Christmas every year. I love creating new styles, new looks, new color schemes. I love making new DIYs every year, and I love changing up my themes. I even like to decorate different rooms in my home. However, we can't always do that, and things are just getting more expensive. So, right now, you may be like me and have an abundance of Christmas decorations, some that maybe can be refurbished and used again. And if you're also like me, you might have just random items in your home that you might have gotten on clearance, like I do. After Christmas sales are the best, and I have just so many things that I get on discount, and sometimes they don't even match. They're just random little items that I find either at the dollar store or at the discount bin. And so I thought, why not share how you can reuse, repurpose, redecorate any random Christmas decorations that you have at home or any old ones that you wish to make new again and create an entire coordinating collection with one simple thing, and that is napkins. So for this first DIY, you can use old ornaments that you already might have on hand or something like this. I got this in a clearance bin last year from Hobby Lobby for only $1. These are like ceramic or porcelain, I'm not even sure, but they're very well made and they're nice and heavy. And I thought these would be perfect. Of course, you want to get yourself some Mod Podge and a foam brush. Oops, I have butterfingers. It's been a while since I've crafted. And then, of course, you want to get yourself some really pretty decorative napkins. Now, I got these at HomeGoods for $3.99, and all I'm using for this entire video is going to be this little pack, and I didn't even use all of them. Now, because of the shape of the ornaments, the fact that they're round and they're kind of like an odd shape, I am going to be cutting each of these little pieces of floral decor, if you will, individually. Like these little bouquets, I'm going to cut them out and I am going to glue them on individually onto the ornament. Now, I did water my Mod Podge a little bit because it was quite thick and sometimes it would tear apart some of my flowers if I would tap on them too much or try to, just adhere it a little bit or shift them. Yeah, they would tear right up. You want to make sure that your napkin is only one layer. So if you have a double ply napkin, you also want to remove that under layer so that you only have the floral side. And as you see me here, I am using a little bit of cling wrap in order to adhere the floral pieces onto the ornament. I've seen this done and I wanted to try it for myself. Um, because it's a napkin, it's not going to be perfect and that's totally fine. You are going to get some wrinkles, but this does kind of help you flatten everything as much as possible without getting Mod Podge all over your hands. Now you're going to take all of those pieces and what you're going to do is you're going to try to apply them as closely as possible, trying to take up as much of that white space as you can. Now for this particular pattern, I thought with the blue and white, it kind of reminded me of a chinoiserie. I think that's how you say it. And so that's kind of the look that I was going for this theme. And this is basically all you have to do for this, and all you need to do is repeat it for all of the ornaments that you wish to transform. Of course, if my background on my napkin was not white like the ornament was, I would want to match that color from the napkin. So if my ornament would have been like blue, I would have wanted to paint it white before I adhered those napkin pieces so that it would look like this. Now you want these to dry for at least several hours, or like I did, I let them dry overnight. So then I put the little gold caps that it came with back on. I did remove the red ribbon that it came with as it was not kind of going with my theme. And I had this other ribbon that I had also purchased last year on clearance. It was a little bit thicker, so what I did was I cut it down the center and made two thinner ribbons from one piece. I also used a flame in order to seal the edges so that it would not fray and get undone. And here is how they turned out. You may also have decorations that go on tabletops or on bookcases, much like these Christmas tree forms. Now, I got these on clearance again last year. These are pretty popular because they're so easy to decorate and customize for your theme and home. So, I am going to be applying the napkin to the front of this Christmas tree. And I'm only going to do it to the raised portion. Now, because again, my background of the napkin is white, I am going to have to paint this white so that you don't see the wood grain underneath. Now, you may need to do more than one coat in order to cover the entire wood grain. Now, I decided that I was not going to paint the entire Christmas tree white. I do have two of these, and one will be a little bit different than the other. Again, just to have form of variety in it and not have everything look exactly the same. I also am not going to be staining any of the unfinished wood areas as I actually like the unfinished look and I thought it would give it more of a cottage feel if I left it kind of rough and undone. When I picked up those Christmas trees, I also picked up this little house form that came with it, kind of like to have a little holiday village theme. And then, of course, after everything is completely dry, it is time to apply your Mod Podge to the surface where you want to adhere your napkin to. Try to place it over the surface as smoothly as possible and try not to pull because you may run the risk of ripping your napkin. These are very delicate. Then, after placing it on top, again, I just took some of that cling wrap, bunched up in my hand, and began just tapping down on the surface. It's not going to be perfect. These napkins wrinkle very easily because they are so thin. However, I do think that some of the wrinkles kind of really add to that cottage, vintage and even just quaint style that I think looks really good with this application. Now, this part's not necessary, but I did want to cut the excess napkins off while the rest of the piece dried. Then, of course, you just want to repeat the same process for the rest of your items. Next, when everything is completely dry, you want to remove the edges off that are still remaining. Now, I started doing this with a box cutter, but then I quickly regretted it because it started fraying some of the edges. And I just went to the tried and true method of just sanding the excess off. All you have to do is get something like a little sand block or a small piece of sandpaper and just honestly sand the edges, and it will create a nice line for your Mod Podge surface. I'm a little rusty, guys. I don't get to do crafts this often. So I had to remind myself that this is the best method. And here, after I had removed the excess napkins, I decided that I was going to paint one Christmas tree completely white while leaving the other one a little bit more rustic. I also decided to paint the little door on the house white. And in order to add a little touch of elegance, I decided to take some rub and buff that I had on hand and just began wiping it across the edges of the Christmas trees where I had, put the napkins on. And I thought this really gave it a sweet touch. Now, once this was dry, this is how they turned out. Now for this next DIY, here we are again doing the same method, but for something that perhaps might not go with your original ornaments that you might have, changed up. The first ornaments were very different from these, but I do want to share that even when your ornaments don't kind of match the same theme, you can still coordinate them together. And I had these cute little nutcracker ornaments that again I bought on clearance. These were 99 cents at first, and they were on clearance for 50 cents. So this is what we're going to be using. Now, because these were unfinished wood, I decided that I wanted to, again, paint the areas that I was going to adhere these little florals to in white. Also, it gave it a nice little refresh and it made it look unique, obviously, by painting certain sections. And again, of course, you don't have to do white. You can do any other color you wish. Now, this is going to get a little tedious because these are going to be smaller. Like you have to cut down the florals teeny tiny in order for them to fit on this small ornament. But I definitely wanted to share this because no matter how small your ornament or how small these little florals are, they will still make an impact. You will still notice them. And again, give you a completely unique ornament, brand new for you to use this year on a completely different theme. And again, I'm just using the same cling wrap in order to kind of smush it all down and adhere it to the pieces that I am going to be gluing the florals to. And I did this both for the little hat as well as the little boots that the Nutcracker has. These were so much fun to make, and here is how they turned out. Now, if you love DIYing your decor in general, you probably have a ton of beads. These are actually beaded ribbons from Hobby Lobby's ribbon section. They actually come like this, and unfortunately, I threw away the little cartons they came in, but I had those as well as these beads from Dollar Tree. I got them a little while back and never really used them, but I love the three different colors they come in, which is a stained, a natural, and a white. I also had some jute string that I will be using for this as well. Now, next thing I did was cut the beaded ribbon, and yes, you can gasp. I undid all of that and let those beads loose. Now, I did have a daughter of mine help me in order to do this, so this part wasn't so difficult. But yes, I am going to be creating a brand new garland out of these smaller beads and the larger beads. Then it was all about restringing, and I had a embroidery needle at the very end of my string in order to make this a lot easier. And so what I did was I did 5 small beads, a dark bead, 5 small beads, a natural bead, 5 small beads, and a white bead. And I kept repeating that pattern all the way through until I was done with whichever ran out first. Now, you can very well stop here if you wish, but you can call me crazy at this point because it's like I like punishment. I don't know. After I had done the entire garland, and I sealed the edges obviously by tying off the string and creating loops so I can hang them. Next, I am going to be cutting teeny tiny little flowers again, and I am going to be wrapping those white beads with the napkin pieces, okay? My daughter also helped me cut the little itty bitty pieces, so all I had to focus on was Mod Podging them onto the white beads. Now, I did find out during this process that it was much easier to do a brush to apply the Mod Podge onto the bead, and then with that same brush, press down on the little floral pieces in order to adhere them to the beads. So that actually worked out a lot quicker once I got the whole process going. Of course, you want to let this dry before you begin using it. And this is how this garland turned out. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below which one of these DIYs was your favorite. Do tell, would you dare do this with your old ornaments or something that you might have lying around? You never know. I personally love this idea and I think it's a great way to create an entirely new theme for your Christmas decor without needing anything that costs too much and having any, artistic skills or anything. This is super easy. Don't forget to check out the playlist with everybody else's videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, adios.